Hi everyone. Today I'm going to get into a standard metagame challenge run. Was one of my favorite standard decks, and the only deck I had success with other than blue white this weekend. I actually got a 7-0 run. Was mono white life gain. Spoiler alert, I did not run into a single blue red deck, but still got business taken care of against control decks, mid-range decks, red decks. So gonna give it another try with a tiny few tweaks. But yeah, I tried a bit of Naya Artifact. I tried another version of Life Gain with a white ley line, and I went back to my good and trusty list. Uh, you've got a bunch of new cards from the new set. You've got Halia, mostly, as well as Battle Menu from Final Fantasy. That was a suggestion, and um, yeah, I was not happy with Voice of Victory in the main deck. I felt like that card was honestly kind of weak, surprisingly weak because it's a really strong card. People play it even in Modern Energy, but the effect was the passive was not super great. The one power is kind of awkward. Was the link sometimes, and there's a lot of creature decks in the format. You're not playing removal, and Voice of Victory is at its weakest when people are just playing a Sentinel, a good blockers, and you don't have removal for them. So that card got moved to the sideboard. I was also not super happy with Runelurker Bat, which is the enhanced healer hawk. So I decided to basically just cut them for other cards. Playing one boss free, it's been fine. It's cheap. It saddles the links, 2 power for 1 mana, and the ability could come up. You actually have a few cats in the deck too. That did not come up, but and the new card I'm trying, I was going through a list of removal. I'm going to try Unwanted Remake. 1 white, destroy target creature, it controller manifest dread. So usually not the greatest, but I figured giving them a body when I'm doing kind of these strong synergies not going to matter. And you can target your own creature, get a 2/2, get a life gain trigger, maybe get an innocence trigger. So I'm actually kind of excited about that card. And maybe I should try more, honestly. Maybe I'll do a 2-2 split so we get more reps. The other card I was considering was the Cosmo Grand Zenith, the 2/4 that triggers when you play 2 spells or more, or your second spell, but I thought that card was maybe a little win more and not a good top deck. I was considering a third Elspeth. That card's fantastic. I was considering going up to 3 Elspeths and adding a Plains, because a bunch of games you lose is just not having your second white on curve, etc. But I think I'm gonna go with this list. And sideboard is a lot of interaction, removal, and then the 4 interrupters that are kind of all stars against the mid-range decks, the control decks. They're really cool. They trigger Innocence on your opponent's turn, and Case works at instant speed. So it does come up that I'll sack Case at instant speed and cast Interrupter on their turn in my upkeep. That's a cool synergy as well. A little Graveyard Hate goes Vacuum. My plan against blue-red is to just bring in all the interaction and hope to combine, enough enough of an aggressive draw, get my engines going, and play a bit like a mid-range deck almost. And as far as why so many different one-ofs, A, I like my one-ofs. B, you just don't want to draw too many of the very reactive cards in a given matchup. So I like a little diversity. Devout Decree hits. Every card hits a couple important threats, but maybe not not the third one, and they all hit a couple different ones. But basically this way you don't get stuck with all Devout Decrees in hand, and you just lose 2 profs into Double Scholar, etc., etc. So that's the list. That's a deck I've been playing for honestly a pretty long time. In the past standards. So a little bit of a different speed. But deck is fun. I'm gonna stick to the 1 run, whatever happens. Hopefully it's not 1 match. Maybe if it's, round 1 loss, I won't just upload a 10-minute video. But yeah, when I started this channel, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that on top of my stream. I'm gonna try to keep it to like, something I can get done in like maybe half an hour to an hour tops, and then a couple of weeks in, and I'm here recording like 2 hours of blue light controlled videos, and I'm not sure how long I can keep going. Actually, yeah, not the greatest hand. No one drop, no third lands. Holly has an engine though, so we'll see. Alright, very first round this time we get the... I might try and ambush them, honestly. Or trade if they props. Yeah, I'll just say go and try and get them, because my draw just doesn't do much right now. I don't know if there's something they should be playing around here. Something that really gets them. It's Ride's End. Does look like I'm getting priority though. Okay. Alright, we need that third planes. I'll lose if third planes. It's not even that great. Usually you want to evoke or warp Halia, but here I might just go for it. I guess either way it's not that great for me. Either way I can't really trigger it next turn. Yeah, I think the play is just to cast it. And do hope I draw second planes. Could have Torch, they would have to sack Profs or FOMO. Alright, they have Profs, they have Vivian the Yards. So the question is, do I dump my hand here? And hope they don't have the Cauldron? Or do I keep mana up for Unwanted Remake, knowing they're gonna get to go again very soon? Probably need to just pressure them. And hope for the best. I guess the fact that they discard Vivi, it's like extra chance they have it, because if not, they might just keep Vivi in hand. Riddler. So now they have 8 mana. Yeah, I mean, even with Remake mana up here, that's not gonna be doing great. And the Riddler is so good in that spot, just so high power. I cast another Riddler, okay. So Unwanted Remake could have been a land, it could have been an Elspeth, could have been a battle menu. These cards really make a difference. Could have been a Steam Rip. Steam Rip's another one you could play in the main. Alright, so they have tons of mana, they can draw tons of cards. Guess it's just Exemplar and hope to draw on tap white, and Slow them down a tiny bit. Teleport. Again, probably scoop them up. I need to be the like holiest of floods here. It's clean ever happens. Surprised they didn't play a card first, and then they would have gone into draw 2 of Riddler. Is the mic picking up? Sounds like the mic might be becoming the trilling noise too. Yeah, I mean, their draw wasn't even the craziest, but you got no angel. Whenever you gain life, whenever you put a counter on this creature, the eater. Alright, let's try and fight back with some removal and goes vacuum. And by some, I mean all the removal. Let's board out the Primate. Maybe just board out Primate Chandler, honestly. Just try and turn into a full-on control deck. See if that strat works. Kind of like it. Maybe I don't need Unwanted Remake as much. Yeah, let's see if I can win this way. Just turn into a mid-range deck. Control deck. Alright, they have Torch for Innocence. That's like kind of the cherry on top, honestly. I feel like if they didn't have that, the matchup would be a little more playable, but now they just even have great answers to one of your engines. Let's see, Ev goes vacuum. Okay, Ev to braid right away. Let's see, do you also have the torch for my Innocence? I can just exile it, the removal spell. I should kind of want to block, honestly. Yeah, why would I not block? Just have it as an enchantment, this way they can't torch it. Seem a little poor by them. Especially like using this first. Alright. If I lose this game, it'll be a little embarrassing. Sanctifier. attack, and you just want to make a token on their turn to draw 2 cards a turn. I think it's all better than playing Lynx here. Feels bad for you, is it Cauldron player? Sorry. A lethal? No. I guess I'm just not gonna show them any of my cards. Not that it really matters, but why bother? Don't want to show them what kind of removal I'm playing. Don't want to show them that I have Elspeth. Not sure how much thought someone who spams the nice emote puts into all that stuff, but maybe I should have, like, not prolonged the game. Not that they can come back, but no, it's just gonna last a little longer. Yeah, I'm not sure how competitive that angle is if they have a good draw, because it was all really slow what I did. It's hard to say. Obviously, I had all the tools here, but... Alright, I guess I get to see Elspeth.
So long as we fight, hope cannot die.
Alright, well, on the draw, I think you even... it's even better to have the all removal strat. Do I even want Unwanted Remake? Is a Voice of Victory maybe good? Let's keep some creatures in. Alright, two fairly one-sided game. Didn't do much game one. Didn't do anything game two. You can't control the cards you draw, but you can control how you react to them. Stay cool and have fun. Try to. Okay, good hand. Oh yeah, triggers up goes vacuum and stuff as well. And glass casket. Let's see if all of that is enough. Still on white case, turn 1 against almost anyone. I'm gonna hold on to my cards for now. Devout Decree. Add Raid for the FOMO. Have Glass Casket for Vivi. Maybe I'll just play the Ghost Vacuum. But then I can't trigger Halia next turn. Could just Devout Decree, I guess. Yeah, that's good. That is what I was looking for. Yeah, that's perfect. I can go Case Halia, Ghost Vacuum, trigger Halia. Get the engine going. Vivian the Yard. Alright, Ghost Vacuum is like a card you really want, really needs. Alright, let's see. This is like a good test because I've done really well and they're off to a pretty solid start. Let's see if any of it actually matters. Or if they'll just get me eventually. Right, Riddler. Riddler is a classic, like Riddler, Props, Scholar, just classic, like, oh, nice. Nice hate cards you have here. I'm just gonna beat you with my mid-range plan. But this is where my mid-range plan comes into action, hopefully. Alright, I want to do Halia for sure. So is it Case into Halia? And then I save the Sanctifier to keep triggering Halia. That's probably it, right? Alright, I've got my engine as well. Drawing a couple of cards a turn. I wonder if they're just gonna hardcast a Riddler. Terso. Makes sense. It's harder, cheaper. Well, there's only one creature in the yard, so might as well do it now. Get a full value raid next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus Sanctifier. Pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think it's getting much better than this. Can let them have Tersa for now. Also, Holly out of torch range is kind of nice. And all pressure too. Back up Halia. Not very useful. Oh, I see. Can't just have both and draw. Alright, so I guess they can replay cards. Tersa is any spell, right? Random card. I'm more auto at Prof or about Cauldron. They're both really good. Maybe Profs. Because it finds them, it's like self-sustaining, whereas Cauldron, they need Vivi and stuff. Unlikely to really matter, but... Ah, that's what they're discarding. Makes sense. They really like to just use their Cauldron right away for no reason. Oh, that's a big draw. It's a big draw, but maybe I'm better off doing Casket for now. Alright, let's see. Casket plus Fountain Port. Make a couple 1/1s, gain a bunch of life, trigger Halio. They might get double attack in. Who do I even casket if I casket? The Light Shatter or their FOMO? Probably the Light Shatter. I make 2 1/1s. They're gonna have trouble killing it. I'd have to chump and stuff. Alright, let's do... Let's attack. Let's do Casket plus a 1/1. I think this is good. That's a good draw. Well, looks like the plan might get there. I'm not sure how repeatable is it. Oh, never mind. Scholar into Vivi. How bad is Scholar into Vivi? Not too bad, probably. A little extra mana. I'm not sure how repeatable these draws are. I did kind of draw really well, but hey. They didn't have a bad one either. Land would be great here. Land, 1 mana spell, or another removal spell. Okay, no Vivi. Another FOMO. Empty-handed FOMO. They don't even have a creature to like pump their creatures. We'll see. Angel. That might be better than Exemplar at this point. Um, Alright, let's keep Valorous Stance mana up. Don't attack with Halio? No. Again, stands the Riddler if they cast it. This way they only draw one card. And I get rid of their big flyer. Let's see if I get a nice... No nice this game. The case is all obnoxious because it gives you priority all the time. You can shift enter or real F6, passing the turn when you're tapped out like that. I think I have lethal. I actually should have like played Elspeth first. I could run into Spell Pierce. I think I'm far enough ahead that it won't matter this game, but yeah, if I wanted to really play safe, I could just probably exercise the Cotter in here. Five, 8, 10. It's not even lethal. Yeah, I'm just gonna not even take a risk here. Can make a token on their turn and trigger example on their turn too. Just extra cards. Oh! Could make a token with Fountain Port and they were dead. As they would say, nice. And maybe they had the bounce spell. I think they probably just off it or missed it or... Alright, that's the best card they can have in that spot. Discard Vivi, Cauldron. It's kind of wild that they could still... So they could discard Vivi, play a Cauldron for 2 mana, play a Profs for 2 mana, get a counter on the FOMO, get a counter on the other FOMO as Vivi. So all of a sudden they have 9 mana. 9 mana, cast a Riddler for Warp, draw 2, flashback the Winter Night stories for like maybe get a little Mako in there. Cast Winter Night Stories, the Mako Grove Winter Night Stories, play another Winter Night Stories, like cast an actual Vivi, go through their entire deck. It's like, I mean, unlikely, but oh, what a deck! What a freaking deck! Doesn't help that I didn't just kill them last turn. Here's the Vivi in the yard. Here's the prop. Okay. How many quadrants do they have left? 2? Okay. They did not have the missing piece of the puzzle. We do have Winter Night props double FOMO attack. That is some damage. How many cards have they drawn? 3 extra? 4 extra? 7, 7, attack again, 11, 11, attack again, 15, 15. Oh wow, I might just be dead? How much damage is it? They don't have enough cards in hand for Tursa to matter. Right. Wow, that was... I mean, I guess they can't just have infinite resources. That's not how magic works, but... I think you're supposed to stagger, or does it not matter? It might not matter. I don't know, maybe that into the Flawed last turn and making token on my turn would have been actively bad. Alright, this is not attacking again. So I should block this. Just block this. It's close. They like one off? Or was that all the attacks? Alright. We got rid of the end boss round 1, hopefully. Alright, so Goes Vacuum's really good. Works with Halia, cheap. The raid was useful. The spot removal, I mean, also probably pretty solid. Another one of these hands that don't do much. I will say Voice of Victory Halia is a combo. Voice of Victory would be pretty nice here. I'm gonna keep. Because I'm not in the business of really mulliganing too many spells and land draws, but... There's no way you can go Warp Halia, gain 4 to Cantrip. Yeah, voice would have been huge here, this game. Vivi in the yard. You can just wait here. This would have been big, but maybe the battle menu is... I end up needing that more. Alright, they haven't drawn a card yet, so they can't play a creature, they could have FOMO. That'd be the best cards. Alright, well... slow them down a bit, get all something going here, but... I'm not sure it's gonna be enough. We shall see. Probably not, if they have like anything really. FOMO, Tursa. Actual Vivi. Actual Vivi's just kind of worse than a FOMO, Tursa, or Scholar here. Get to get rid of it. Alright, let's see. What can I do? 6 mana. And just dump my hand. Is there more to it than just dumping my hand and killing Vivi? I'd assume no. I guess I could warp and make a Fountain Port token. That gives me 2 1/1s. And doesn't expose Halia to like sorcery removal spell. Oh, let's do that. Keeps mana up to in case I draw maybe another battle menu or unwanted remake. I should have maybe made the token. No. Can torch Elspeth now. That's a lot of mana. You know what I messed up to? I was supposed to play Basri instead of the case. That was really silly. That was really, really silly. Oh. Not on Riddler. Oh, wow. I guess I have nothing to cast. Yeah, that was... How much damage would it have been? That would have been just lethal, right? 8... No, it would have been 11. Alright, 1 now. Let's draw Basri. Plains. Let's warp that. Give us another draw step. And then do I want to put counters on my creatures? Or do I want to make more 1/1s? Plus puts it out of torch range. They don't have a hasty flyer. Maybe it's just plus.
Join the fight.
That could be good, honestly. Because if they get rid of Elspeth but can't kill me, I might be able to kill them. It's funny, I played against no Vivi in my run yesterday, and today first run, 2 Vivis. Okay, looks like they're looking for action still. Kind of just like last turn, right? That all that mana and nothing to do with it, because they're just cycling Mako. Well, just couldn't find a Winter Night story. Alright, same plan. Oh, wait, what? They scooped? Why do you scoop that matchup? Alright, old bug. Alright. 2 blue-red players down. And we won game 1. Yeah, maybe it doesn't take that much interaction. You just want to sprinkle it in the main and have a little more after sideboards. Seam Rape's nice because it's cheap. Requisition rate, I had 2 before. The battle menu have been pretty decent too. Yeah, just a little bit of everything. Can't really play Devout Decree in the main. Probably don't want Glass Casket in the main either. Battle menu, Valorous Stance, draw. Try to have fun. Okay, I'm gonna give the good old arena a restart, I think. Looks like the servers are struggling. You get to see my beautiful desktop. Deck's pretty fun. Gaining life, drawing cards. The one small downside is that your matches are not always the fastest. Almost slower than blue-white control in some ways. Alright. The Lynx is kind of all in on the Lynx living with a hand like that. Not really, I could just draw third land and curve out, but the rest, you can have my 5-drop. I either need Lynx to live or I need to draw third land. Surely that parlay is not that tricky to accomplish, right? Apparently it is. So this gains me 2, not good enough. Oh, frustrating. played that matchup. No red, but white black, and I lost game one. Kind of same. I had bad draw game one, except I flooded that time. I had bad draw game one, and then the sideboard games felt pretty good. Also, you don't just draw like that every time. A good game, yeah. Oh, I'm keeping notes. I'm keeping notes of you calling good game. We'll see if they call good game and when I win the match. Or if it's only good game when they're winning. But I agree, it's probably a good game here. Maybe if I had drawn like land one drop, kind of the perfect, so I keep curving out and keeping up. Yeah, I can't even find a creature here. A remake's gonna like buy me a bit of time, but not gonna be good enough, I doubt it. Defeat on a case. Can I sack it? No. Hide in main deck's interesting. It's pretty cool actually. Alright, Ketrimus is turned on, so that makes up for the demons. Alright. Yeah, I think if I don't stumble, I might have had a shot, honestly, despite all the stuff they did. Alright, so this is matchups where you just want to board out your primates and just kind of out-control them. Keep the engines. A battle menu can go, right? Then the channelers. Stance no, vacuum no, voice no. Steam rip might be okay. Like Ghost Vacuum's kind of annoying and it gets their seam rips. I think I'm just not gonna do the seam rips though. Just make them have it, play the links. Gets a little worse later in the game. Just make them have it again. If they had Helix, they would have used Helix first, I think. Alright, let's see. Interrupter, Halia. Could Halia attack? That's free draw, and then have Interrupter on their turn draw. But then I'm not triggering Plus, if they have an instant speed card, I'm gonna have to interrupt on my turn. Alright, let's do Chandler first. Actually, that was... That Chandler a little smaller. But I guess I want to see what I was going to draw, but I'm not sure I could have drawn anything that would have changed my play. Yeah, it was all loose. Alright, let's see what happens when we both have a reasonable start. Land is good here. And then I can Halia into a sweeper. That'd be kind of sad. I have 2 interrupters too, so I think let's do that. Goes vacuum. Sure. Have the rage for it. I see, hoping they tap out here. Alright, nice. Nice play. Nice sorcery speed. Well played by all. Land would be nice. I could put counters on my creature and threat and lethal. So let's see. I can Warp Halia to draw cards. Hinterland to draw cards. Man, I almost have lethal for a 12. Full raids. Okay, let's start with Hinterland. Guess I'll Warp Halia. It's me saddle to soul something. Could rate pumps, kind of bad against sweeper though. I just get them with Interrupter and to just double raid to pump my team. Gonna interrupt that again. 6 cards, 7. And hope they don't have exactly Day of Judgment. I feel like they tend to have like Degus cover up, that kind of sweepers. They might attack because it's like 4 life flank as opposed to taking free, and then I just kill them. $13. You're not rushing to give me the good game here. I know this. Maybe Voice of Victory is good with Even Interrupter, actually. Maybe better than Chandler. Yeah, that makes sense. It's good with Innocence, too. Yeah, maybe I'm a little tough on the good old Voice of Victory here. They do really well again. Like their deck is not like always that functional. Like free color, I need to hit the land drop. They don't have early card draw. Alright, this is a little scary because I don't have an engine, but I have a lot of engines. Fountain Port 2 would have been nice. The rest, tactics. Probably gonna take voice. Depends, I guess, but if they have removal, even. Okay. Does great draw. Duress is better than some of their other cards. Go play this. It's really good at depth. Ketramos is their scariest play there. Like, the reasoning is, like, if they play removal, oh well, you trade it 1-for-1, but if I go Chandler and they play Ketramos, they start drawing and I don't punish them with, like, draw right away. Just make them have it. Alright, now I can go Case Chandler. They've already played 2 Edicts. It starts pressuring them. But the problem is it gives them more time to start drawing cards. So I don't like that. Because I'm playing Innocence right away. And that's third Edict, right? Oh. I need to start exiling stuff because of Ketramos. I forgot last turn. Yeah, I mean, if they draw like that, and even like I could still like have a removal, Halia, Elspeth, but not gonna lie, I'm a little salty. I definitely was hoping they would, but you see what they literally need to like have that draw, have Ketramos. I need to like not have one of my Ketramos answers. And if I draw a land here, I'm probably still like in decent spots. Probably win actually. Come on, land, please. I've never wanted to draw land so badly. Can still win. Need them to break a bit. And I need to draw something good, obviously. Probably gonna draw good old basic planes. I knew. Oh, they can kill Innocence and exile it. Yeah. Yeah, if I draw planes last turn and Innocence this turn, probably win. That's close. Oh, at least they're misplaying their high noon. Well, it doesn't matter, I guess. Alright, good game. I was hoping it'd be the aggro good game. Alright, we got to 2 wins. We beat the 2 blue-red decks, which I think is tough matchup, and I think this matchup's probably like fine-ish. They're not gonna draw like this every time. It's tough though. We saw Elspeth like it can be so good, but also it's 5 mana, so it's 1 land short. Everything was a little short. On one end, remake did not strike me as an amazing ad. The raids overperformed as always, so maybe I should just do 2 raids in the main. I like the battle menus. Maybe exercise is a good catch-all for the main if you want some removal. Let's see, Voice of Victory. I think I still like the voices in the sideboards. And I don't know if that Ketramos deck is popular. If that Ketramos deck is popular, you want more Ketramos answers. The raids are really solid. They get rid of Kato, and they also like get rid of FOMO. I don't want to do too much of one good thing. We said Ghost Vacuum was important. Exercise. Good against Vivi. Good against Ketramos. Bad against control decks. Could just play another creature, maybe like 1 bat. It is nice to just start triggering your Primate, have more 1-drops. Put 1 bat in, back in. Two battle menus, 2 raids as our interaction. And then sideboards. Another decree or another exercise. Exercise gets rid of Riddler, but not at instant speed. This is the most versatile one. It gives you a little game against, I guess, artifact decks too. Even though it's like awfully clunky. Alright, something like this. People want to try the deck. Yeah, that was unfortunate. I also didn't draw Fountain Port that game. Like, Fountain Port would have been decent. I could have played the game slower. Enjoy your win, my friend. Enjoy your win. But yeah, as always, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Please consider leaving a like, comment if you have a question. I try to answer most of them, especially in the first few days. So yeah, go ahead and I'll see y'all next time. Take care.